From my perspective, and also for a lot of practitioners, digital transformation first is the experience transformation. It is not just talking about putting something, using technology and doing something. The first part is experience transformation. The next part is cultural transformation. Now let me go through this and then start with another example. The third part of the puzzle here is operational transformation. Operational transformation when we were talking about things. And the last part is the business transformation. All these things together form digital transformation for us. Now, to push this point a bit further, let us see by a show of hands, how many used your own cars to come to this place today? Yes, a few. How many took the public transport? A few. How many took a cab? Yes, there's a good chunk. Now, let us take anyone who took an Uber or an Ola or whatever. People who have as much gray hair as I have or maybe more know how it was to book a cab or to go from one place to another during the earlier days. We would have to get ready. Assume I have a meeting. I have to get ready, dress up, come out, and then look for people who are in Bangalore. We did not necessarily have cabs. We had the auto rickshaws. Mumbai guys would have had some different stuff maybe. Other places would have had different stuff. But for people here, we had an auto rickshaw. We had to come and look for the auto rickshaw. And then there comes the question of whether he or she he is willing to come to where we want to go. That is, and then about the money part of it. And then all the associated. So by the time you get into the auto rickshaw, you are half dead. And then all the other things come in. But now look at where things are. While I took an Uber today, and I wanted to be here on time, so I booked it last night. I reserved my cab last night. This option was not available. It was available, but maybe not as easily as possible. Earlier, I would have to call someone, and then if the person is there, he would say yes, no, whatever it is. But here, I could just reserve the cab last night, and I did not have to move out of my house. I was sitting in the comfort of my house, and then I booked the cab. And this is what is a part of the experience. Not the full experience, it is a part of the experience. And then comes the type of stuff that I want. Do I want a Premier? Do I want a black? Do I want a sedan? Whatever it is. I can choose. Along with that, I know how to pay, how much I will be paying. I'm not standing there haggling with the person, saying this is the rate or whatever it is. That is taken care of as well. I can choose also the type of drivers I want. I go to a Premier, I get drivers who are rated much higher than someone who might be a comparatively lower rating driver. Now that is a part of cultural transformation. But this transformation is also two-way. It is not that you are safe by choosing a driver. You are also rated. So how you talk to the driver, how you behave in the car, that matters as well, because all of us have ratings. And I saw in some profile somewhere, it was on LinkedIn, I guess, they had put in their Uber rating, which was a few years ago. I have a Uber rating of 4.5, I'm a good person or something like that. Not on LinkedIn, sorry, it was on Insta. That's where I saw this. But now this becomes a cultural thing. And people know, or rather are more careful when they are talking to the person because your ratings follow you. How you interact, how you close the door, what you do in the car, all of it is monitored. So that becomes a part of the cultural transformation. Operational transformation, all that we talked about. I do not have to worry about what car, when, how. Uber is taking care of that for me. Everything is done. And the last part, business transformation. Now a cab driver sitting at home can reserve or pick a cab. He or she, there are other cabs where women drivers are there, they can decide whether they accept the person, whether they accept the ride, and what is the amount of money they are getting. And in many cases, there will be additional stuff, incentives that will be paid to them as well. They know what they are getting into as well. So that would be the business transformation. In doing all of this, Uber is getting money. And there is no way that Uber would lose money. Now most of the things are credit cards or wallets are linked, so they can get the stuff. So that is transformed as well. All of this becomes a part of the digital transformation. And this is what has been happening in the past 10 plus years. You mentioned about Swiggy or Instamart or everything associated, almost the same things happening. Now this to us is digital transformation, and for us at the heart of it sits ITIL. And ITIL has been enabling every part of these things. Now I gave you an example which all of us are used to. We are seeing this on a day-to-day basis. We are experiencing this on a day-to-day basis. So it's relatable. Now there are extremely complex things that can be done as well. There are a lot of areas wherein some very great transformation has happened.